friends, and welcome to the 16th day of VEDA. It is August 16th, which means that tomorrow is my birthday, which means that today is my last day being 17. So I thought for today it would be fun to tell you 17 things that I learned or re-experienced throughout my year as a 17-year-old so that it might help you, or I don't know, it might just be interesting. So let's get started. I would like to start by saying that this year didn't exactly go the way that I thought it would be when I was like 13 or whatever. 17 was kind of when I was supposed to get everything together and figure out who I was and what I was doing with my life. And where a part of that did happen, I didn't get a career like, you dream when you're like 11, like when I'm 17 I'm gonna get, an album record or whatever. That didn't happen. But I learned a lot of very valuable lessons and met a lot of really valuable friendships over the course of this year. So I wouldn't say it was a terrible year, but it had its very rough spots. So let's get started. I do have a list here, so if I look like I'm reading, I probably am because I wrote notes because I'm very forgetful. Number 1, your identity doesn't have to just be one thing. So this kind of stimulates from the idea that when you choose a career, you should have one thing in mind, and that isn't the case. You don't just have one hobby. If you just have one hobby, and your hobby becomes your job, then you're not going to have anything to escape with. So, like, me and my sisters, we have dozens of hobbies. Like, I collect dolls, I crochet, I scrapbook, I write, I sing, I play violin, I act, I dance. Those are all hobbies, because we love so many different things because we were allowed to experiment with as much as we wanted to when we were little, within limits, of course. But finding your identity, finding your hobby doesn't have to be tacked to one thing. Like, I couldn't decide what I wanted to do in college because I have so many hobbies, so I kind of tied 4 of the ones that make me happiest together and found a possible degree to do that with, and it doesn't include everything. There was no way to include everything because I love so many things. I am passionate about so many things. You don't have to just like one thing. You don't just have to have one thing that is you. You can be as many things as you want to be. Be Barbie, for heaven's sake. Number 2. Friends and family are incredible encouragement. If you can find good friends who will stand by you through anything, then you've got a good support team. It's very important to have friends and family who are willing to stand by you and that will encourage you when you're feeling absolutely down in the depths. Especially going into a career, it's so imperative that you have somebody who is there to encourage you, because if you're in it by yourself, there is no way you're going to survive. And I know that sounds so depressing, but it really is true. It really is depressing to just have yourself, because sometimes ranting to yourself in the mirror isn't enough. The big one for this year, it's okay to say yes. I am someone who overthinks everything a million times over. My initial reaction when somebody asks me something is a million possibilities of what could happen, whether those are good possibilities or bad possibilities. Saying yes is one way that you can avoid regret, which is very important. You may regret doing something, but at least you won't regret wondering what would happen if you had said yes. And who knows, if you say yes, you might have the best time of your life and discover a new part of you, and I think we're all open for that. Hand in hand with the last one, this is saying no is perfectly fine. I personally deal with a lot of chronic pain and anxiety and depression, and saying no is something that I have to do regularly, because if I don't, I'm gonna hurt myself more than saying no should help hurt the other person. Most people who love you and understand you will understand why you have to say no. Saying no is perfectly alright if you're taking care of yourself, whether that be physical, mental, or you're just not feeling up to it. Just say no. Music heals people and brings them together. I am a musical artist. I sing, I play violin, I dance. Basically, I love music. It's my life. Finding a song that speaks to you is one of the most powerful things that you can do. God speaks through music. It's one of His gifts to us, and we can learn so much just through listening and absorbing music. So choose your artist well, but music is an amazing medicine. Another one that I kind of already knew, but was kind of brought back to the reality of it a little bit earlier this year. If you're around anyone for a extended period of time and you are spending a lot of time with them and not by yourself, you're bound to argue, you're bound to get upset with each other. It's how it is. You do it with sisters, you do it with friends, you do it with cousins, you do it with just about anyone. I haven't found a way to avoid it yet, but yeah. It's not a bad thing, it's just how we are. We are individuals, and we have to be individuals sometime, or we start getting irritated with a group. So, yeah, it's okay. This one is a really big one. Last year, I was really depressed for the majority of a month, and I discovered through then what everyone talks about when you look up depression. It is dark, it is scary, I know it is, I've been there, but the amazing thing is that if you are depressed right now, you're gonna get through it, you're gonna feel better, and you might feel bad again. The thing is, every time that we conquer depression or anxiety or anything that we have to go over that feels like the end of the world, we're getting stronger and we're getting more prepared for the next battle, and that is amazing. It's amazing that so many of us are able to conquer those difficulties. We're so much stronger on the other side. Please remember that. This one kind of goes along with school, but also with extracurricular activities, especially dance. Putting yourself out there or admitting that you need help is very scary, but it can really help you. It's one that I've been believing in since I was very little, and that's that no one can stop your dream if you're 100% set on that dream coming true. I saw this happen when I wanted a violin, when I wanted to go to Chicago. All the dreams that you have on that list, or your bucket list, or whatever, they can happen if you make it happen. If you put in the time and the energy and the praying for those silly things or those major things to happen, they can happen. I believe in you, and you should believe in yourself. Number 10, not everyone is going to understand your dreams and hopes and aspiration, or your love and compassion, and that's okay. It's okay for you to be you and for them not to get you. It's okay for you two to get along even if they don't understand that. Nobody has to understand your goals for you to achieve them. 11 is one that I really realized this year, and it's that dance has healing powers. Like I said, I have chronic pain and I'm always hurting. Something is always in pain. And one way that I discovered, I think last year, that one way that I could help myself is by locking myself in my room and dancing. When I was able to start taking dance lessons, I realized that it's not just like freelance dancing. Just dancing in general is so powerful. It makes you feel things and it makes you feel relaxed, even though it's such a structured thing. This one kind of goes hand in hand with the last one, and that's that good teachers are priceless. Find a good teacher who loves what they do. I highly suggest that you do everything in your power to get in their class, because you can't learn from someone who is just doing it because it's a job. They have to really love what they do. People will tease you, and you can take it with a smile. I've been being teased since forever. My family is very bad about teasing. They tease about the most harmless things to very harmful things. They rarely mean it meanly, but some people do. Some people are very rude when they tease. Teasing is something that you can take so lightly, even if it's meant harshly, if you take it in the right mindset, because honestly, there are a lot of people in this life who are going to tease you, and I seem to be one of those people who is bound to be put into a group of teasing people, and I'm usually the target, but that's okay, because I'm strong. I'm strong enough to take it. 14. Teamwork is important, but isn't always the answer. Sometimes you just have to do it by yourself. It doesn't matter if someone agrees to do it for you. If you need it done in a timely manner, you need to get it done by yourself, because honestly, we are all crazy busy, and your priorities may not be the other person who agreed to do its priorities. This goes with school projects, hobbies, teaching, scheduling, just about anything. So sometimes you just have to be a lone ranger. Jealousy and comparison are toxic and will not do anything for you except make you want to fail. Here's the thing. We all compare ourselves to people. We all do it. You can't say that you have never compared yourself to someone. The goal is to stop comparing yourself, or if you find yourself comparing yourself, to cut that thought off, or to think, you know what? They are their own person. They have their struggles too. They may be better at this thing that I want to be better at than I am. But I don't know what they went through to get better at that thing. I don't know what their story is like. All I see is what they're good at. And that is one way that you can stop comparing yourself with other people's achievements. Number 16, we're getting very near to the end now. Memories are crucial. I can't tell you how many times I've looked in the mirror and saw like my younger self or a memory flash in front of my eyes, and it just makes me smile and giggle and be like, yes, okay, this is why I'm here. Build up memories. Make memories with your family, make memories with your animals, make memories with your hobbies, with your friends, with anyone. Just make memories. You need those for those dark times. Alright, number 17. This is my last one. I'm gonna read it because I wrote it this morning and I don't remember what I wrote. So, here. Even though I didn't get everything done this year that I had planned to, I have hope for the future, and I'm proud of every way that I have grown mentally, spiritually, and with my goals. Thank you all for making my golden 17th year a very good year, and even though it had its very dark moments and there were times where I wasn't sure I was going to make it, I did, and I don't know, just thank you. I'm very excited to see what 18 brings. It's a big year for me. It's my senior year in high school. I know a lot of people would think that last year should have been my senior year, but it wasn't because I'm a year behind, but that's okay. I have a weird birthday. So thank you all for watching today's video. I will see you all tomorrow on my birthday. And yeah, if this video is helpful, I'd love to hear. If you have any tips or suggestions or things that you've learned this year, please share them, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!